Welcome back. My name is Laz, and I am here to cover my first New World patch notes. So we're kicking things off today with update 1.3. And this is, like I said, my first patch notes. Looks like there's a event kicking off, the Legacy of Crassus. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I think this was out last year. This will be my first year doing this particular event. So I don't know much about it. I do plan on covering it and making a guide. So if you're looking for more information on how the event actually works, check back probably tomorrow. I'll add the link in the description once I get that video done. Let's hop in and cover the combat enhancements. First off, the fire staff, the incinerate ability now properly displays visual effects. I'm sure that's going to be handy in PvP. Void Gauntlet, the Harvester Retribution effect from the Conqueror's perk no longer lasts indefinitely. Sounds like a huge thing to be fixed. Dodge mechanics, fixed an issue that prevent magic weapon light attacks from firing when canceling from a dodge. Okay. I don't dodge much as a tank, but I'm sure that that is huge for folks who are like running around and dodging everything in PvP. It's crazy. Um, War boards resolved the bug where the war boards could appear blank during an invasion or war. And consumables, the cleansing elixir buff is now correctly disappears after leaving an outpost rush. Okay. Moving on to seasonal and economy fixes. Players can now lock items dropped from Siege Assault spoil boxes. Nice. I'm looking forward to that. The mystery boxes from the seasonal world bonus chapter is now accessible on non-seasonal worlds. I'm sure that that's great for those folks. Adjusted season pass tracks to ensure they can only be completed in seasonal worlds. Okay. Moving on. Expeditions and world adjustments. Expedition VFX improvements ensure boss effects remain visible even with lower graphic settings. The Pug Finder for normal expeditions now only gates entry based on level rather than gear score, preventing players from actually lowering their gear score. Oh shit, I actually just learned that trick and was using it on M1s last week, so it sounds like that's not going to be a viable option anymore. All right, so that sucks. Anyways, moving over to the UX and performance improvements. UI stability fixed an issue where UI elements could disappear when reconnecting to the game after leaving Outpost Rush. I never saw that. Audio settings added a slider to adjust the target lock sound effect volume. I'm not sure that I've even ever heard that. Trading post filtering, items now properly filtered down as intended. And collision fixes resolved unintended collision issues in PvE raids and expeditions, which had been disrupting quest progression. Okay, I didn't experience much of that. Anyway, so combat and AI weapons. Hatchets fix an issue that allow players to activate Berserk without playing its animation. That's pretty awesome. No, just instantly have it. Heart gems fix an issue where some effects of Primal Fury could get applied indefinitely. Sounds like a great fix there. Game modes in the war fixed an issue where players could climb into war camps. Again, never experienced that. Perks balance changes. We have some back end functionality that reduces the attacker's block stamina damage dealt for zero point 0.5 seconds after taking a hit. Previously, the value was 25% reduction, but we have changed that to be the 13% reduction. Okay, so yeah, it sounds like just standing there with your shield up in PvP may not be as viable as it was. Looks like stamina's cut roughly in half, the reduction in stamina. So looks like you'll be burning some more stamina if I'm understanding that correctly. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Um, the wall artifact chromatic ward perk reduced elemental base damage reduction from 25% to 13%. Reduced the power of the refreshing ward perk on older named items that were 625 power gear score or lower. reduce the base damage reduction while grit is active for the 350 constitution attribute threshold from 10% to 7%. Okay. Looks like they're tired of people just stacking all this con and just standing there and just being a shield, maybe. That's what I do, so I'm not even worried about it. Added a 1 second cooldown timer to the tower shield functionality of the one with the shield passive for the sword and shield. That sucks. I think I don't have it yet, so it's nothing for me. But if you're a sword and shield player, this looks like we're taking a hit here. Um, change the tower shield portion of the final countdown portion of Defender's Resolved to be a fortify instead of base damage reduction, and added a 15-second cooldown to the sturdy energy perk increased the cooldown of the stamina recovery to 60 seconds. Okay. Yeah. It sounds like Sword and Shield's taking some hits here. Need to be done, honestly, in PvP. I mean, even myself, I'm not fully geared or anything, don't even know what I'm doing. I just find myself like just as long as I got a healer, dude, it's just you can just take infinite blows. It's wild. Um Okay, moving along. We're gonna move this up, and we're gonna head over to economy progression. Gear items. Fix an issue where causing the two new artifacts, Fracture and Otzi, to use the wrong floating attachments. They should now display the correct floating accessory when equipped by a player. Trade skills. Crafting fixed an issue where players were unable to craft material-related recipes. Never saw that one. World experience season pass clarified the requirements for the trio of trial seasons journey task. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at what that is after this. Seasonal event fixed an issue where signifier Nerva could animate incorrectly when starting the Legacy of Crassus event. Notable fixes: fix an issue where respawn screen may not show up for players. Fix an issue where players could not rebind number 0 on their keyboards. All right. Social changed description and action text for the subtle home walk emote. Okay. UX and UI addressed issue where raid group members sometimes displayed as white indicators on the respawn screen. I never saw that one. Fix fresh start server icon displaying along with seasonal server icons. Sounds like a good fix. Fix being able to attempt a transfer from a fresh start world to a seasonal server. Sounds good. Not letting people get into a broken workflow is always good. In-game store is limited time, no longer overlaps the title of the store item. And finally, with these updates, we are continuing to refine your experience. Thanks for your support. We will see you in Aeternum. Well, that concludes my first patch notes video. Please feel free to let me know what you think of it in the comments, and what change are you most excited about seeing. Please let me know in the comments. And always, if you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps the community grow. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.